Chuck Norris doesn't sleep, he waits. Chuck Norris can divide by zero. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. Chuck Norris turns the dark off when he enters a room. Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door. Chuck Norris hears sign language. Chuck Norris wins staring contests with mirrors. Chuck Norris pushes the earth down when he does push-ups. Chuck Norris kills 2 stones with 1 bird. Chuck Norris decides where he is, not the GPS. Chuck Norris unscrambles eggs by thinking about breakfast. Chuck Norris folds fitted sheets perfectly every time. Chuck Norris speaks Braille fluently. Chuck Norris makes onions cry. Chuck Norris wins Connect 4 in 3 moves. Chuck Norris deletes the recycle bin permanently. Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked a volcano and invented Alaska. Chuck Norris sneezes with his eyes open. Chuck Norris microwaves frozen pizza with the freezer door closed. Chuck Norris wins races without moving. Chuck Norris can drown a fish. Chuck Norris claps with 1 hand loudly. Chuck Norris builds snowmen out of fire. Chuck Norris texts on rotary phones at 5G speed. Chuck Norris beats the sun in a staring contest. Chuck Norris makes Happy Meals cry. Chuck Norris turns back time by walking forward. Chuck Norris solves Rubik's Cubes telepathically. Chuck Norris makes Slinkies go upstairs. Chuck Norris wins Monopoly without buying property. Chuck Norris whispers in all caps. Chuck Norris makes tornadoes reverse direction. Chuck Norris screenshots mirrors. Chuck Norris sneezes in slow motion on command. Chuck Norris unplugs wireless devices. Chuck Norris makes cactuses feel soft. Chuck Norris makes ghosts apologize. Chuck Norris makes shadows bleed. Chuck Norris walks through walls and locks the door behind him. Chuck Norris makes rocks skip themselves. Chuck Norris wins hide and seek against darkness. Chuck Norris makes compasses point wherever he wants. Chuck Norris lifts himself with 1 finger without touching anything. Chuck Norris gives gravity a day off. Chuck Norris makes whispers echo. Chuck Norris turns ice into steam with eye contact. Chuck Norris makes rivers flow uphill. Chuck Norris deletes problems with a roundhouse click. Chuck Norris creates Wi-Fi in the wilderness with no power. Chuck Norris threw a snowball so hard Alaska stayed cold forever. Chuck Norris can high-five himself and leave himself hanging. Chuck Norris can start a fire with an ice cube. Chuck Norris can dribble a bowling ball. Chuck Norris can speak Morse code through silence. Chuck Norris can make popcorn without kernels. Chuck Norris can rewind compliments and hear them twice. Chuck Norris can checkmate using checkers. Chuck Norris breathes air hostage. Chuck Norris can walk into Mordor without directions. Chuck Norris once sneezed and we call it the Big Bang. Chuck Norris can make a sandwich by staring at bread until it obeys. Chuck Norris can fold reality like a napkin. Chuck Norris can make a cloud snow on command. Chuck Norris can turn a whisper into thunder. Chuck Norris can make a mirror reflect its own shame. Chuck Norris can freeze fire. Chuck Norris can melt steel with a shrug. Chuck Norris can make a mountain apologize for being tall. Chuck Norris can make a river stop to listen. Chuck Norris can make a glacier sprint. Chuck Norris can make a volcano calm down. Chuck Norris can make lightning wait its turn. Chuck Norris can make thunder whisper. Chuck Norris can make the wind hold still. Chuck Norris can make the moon blink. Chuck Norris can make the stars dim just to prove a point. Chuck Norris can make a hurricane tiptoe. Chuck Norris can make a blizzard sweat. Chuck Norris can make a forest grow backwards. Chuck Norris can make a wolf purr. Chuck Norris can make a bear ask politely. Chuck Norris can make a glacier laugh. Chuck Norris can make a mountain kneel. Chuck Norris can make the sky blush. Chuck Norris can make the ocean shiver. Chuck Norris can make a shadow run away. Chuck Norris can make silence scream. Chuck Norris can make time skip a beat. Chuck Norris can make space feel crowded. Chuck Norris can make gravity jealous. Chuck Norris can make the universe reconsider its choices. Chuck Norris can make a legend feel insecure. Chuck Norris can make a myth ask for proof. Chuck Norris can make the impossible apologize. Chuck Norris can make the internet buffer in fear. Chuck Norris can make Alaska warmer just by frowning. Chuck Norris can make winter flinch. Chuck Norris can make summer hide. Chuck Norris can make spring bloom early. Chuck Norris can make fall drop every leaf at once.